What's up my witches? Welcome back to my channel. I am the City Witch and today we're going to be reviewing this new oracle deck that a lovely friend of mine purchased for me as a gift. This deck is called the Imperial Dragon Oracle by Andy Baggett and I'm going to try and say the next guy's name correctly, Peter Prokowink, I think is how you say it. It's spelled P-R-A-C-O-W-N-I-K. Prekowink or maybe Prekowink, I'm not sure, but there we go. This is the oracle deck. Now I actually own the tarot that matches this and it's one of my oldest tarot decks. In fact, I think it was the second tarot deck that I have ever owned. And of course, because I am a draconic practitioner and work closely with the dragons, a lot of my decks are centered around dragons, be it tarot or oracle. But I never owned this oracle that matches the original tarot deck, so I thought, why not? So I added it to a wish list, and then a wonderful friend of mine decided to purchase it as a gift for me, which is very kind of them. So there we go. The side of the box, as our introduction, it says, dragons have a long history of offering pearls of wisdom. Find strength and insight in the Imperial Dragon Oracle and let it guide you on your spiritual path. And then here is a look at one of the cards that is going to be inside. As you can see, we're going to have a number system going on for numerology. We're going to have our sun sign and we're going to have our planetary influence, the beautiful image of the dragon, and then a keyword at the bottom. This is a 22 card deck and it does say with instruction booklet. So I'm assuming we get a booklet in this, but let's open it up and find out. So I can get this open without breaking it because it's one of those thin boxes. Okay, so let's see if I can get this open without a pair of scissors. No, I can't. I will be right back, guys. And we're back. So we have our card deck and we have our guidebook. Guidebook is paper, black and white, with the dragon design on the front that matches the oracle cards. So the introduction says, congratulations, this word is a blessing that we say to one another when everything seems to be going great. It is a word that acknowledges the sacredness of the moment. At these special times, we feel at one with our destiny, in the right place at the right time and doing the right thing. By choosing to discover the Imperial Dragon Oracle, you have just connected to your destiny. It is no accident that you are reading these words, for it was your intuition that led you here, so congratulations. I mean, it was my friend's intuition that led me here, but I did want this deck. So we have quite a large introduction. There seems to be some mythology in here. Dragons of Greece, dragons of Celtic mythology, care and preparation of your dragon oracle deck. Then we've got getting to know your Imperial Oracle deck. We have consulting the oracle, single card draw, and then we have a couple of spreads. So we've got our 3-card spread, so for past, present and future, very simple. Cardinal spread, which is a 5-card spread. Do we have more than one way of reading that? No, we've just got an example. I thought there was more than one way to read that spread then. Part 2, cards and their meanings. So here we have the meaning of the cards and what they relate to. It kind of looks like they've related them to the tarot. So card number 1 here, it says, is the Seeker, which is number 0, traditional name, the Fool, the energy of birth, keyword meaning, limitless possibilities. Interesting. And then card 2 is the Magus, which connects to the Magician. So it kind of looks like they have linked this oracle to the major arcana of the tarot deck. Interesting. Okay, so let's take a look at the cards. So this is the back. Simple design. So obviously if you wanted to do reversals, you could. Cardstock's not bad, guys. It's a little bit thin, but it's also rather stiff. It doesn't feel cheap or anything like that. It's obviously slightly glossy as well, and they're pretty big, pretty decent oracle size. And here we have our cards. So card number 1, the Seeker. So this apparently relates to the Fool. So we have our 0 on there. And then we have our astrological influences. Very pretty. Really love the greens in that. The Magus. Wow, that's pretty, isn't it? Do we have all of the tools? So we've got the Chalice, the Pentacle. He's holding the sword, which would be the Atham. Don't seem to have a wand on there. Huh, interesting. Let me know what you guys think of the artwork and the design of the cards. So we have Wisdom. So this would be the High Priestess connecting to the moon. Wow, very regal. Ooh, so this would be the Empress, Fertility. I used to have a tin box that had that as the front cover, and I think I might even still have it. It's one of my favourite images for a dragon. And it looks really protective as well, surrounding the woman who is naked, so therefore it represents vulnerability as well. Really pretty. Ooh, this would be the Emperor, Power. Nice. That's a beautiful card, very vibrant. I love the purple and reds. Okay. Mercy. That one kind of looks a little bit like the Hierophant. So for religion, faith, education, study, you know, perfection of oneself. Ah, we have our Lovers card. That's pretty. Again, I love the play on the colours, how they're blending certain colours together. So we've got the blues and the pinks this time. I like the way the dragons are intertangled here as well. And we've got the heart symbol. Very pretty. So this one would be the Chariot, adversity. So opposition, battle, strategy. Of course, direction, travel, movement, victory. I like the way the dragon has multiple heads as well, as if you've got multiple choices and options before you. The Imperial Dragon. Ooh, loving the golds in that. That's beautiful. Wow. This one would be our Hermit, Solitaire. So we've got a solitary wanderer of the night with his little lantern. I like the way he's going that way, but he's looking behind him as well. So he's kind of considering where he's come from and also heading towards a certain destination. So he knows he's got to move forward, but he's contemplating the past. And obviously the Hermit represents contemplation and reflection, as well as going deep within. Destiny. So this would be the Wheel of Fortune. That's beautifully done. Loving all the symbols that's on it as well. Lovely. Balance. So would this be our Justice card? Loving the blues and the scales. So we've got the sun and we've got the moon symbol on the scales. Very interesting. Okay, we've got our Hanged Man, the Wounded Dragon. Interesting that they chose to go with all these different shields, like coats of arms in the tree surrounding the dragon. The dragon also looks like it states wounded, injured, like it's lost the battle. That's an interesting imagery choice for the Hanged Man. Wonder what the logical thinking was for that. And I really like to know the symbology behind the shields. Got the Welsh shield there, English shield. So this definitely must be based in England, the imagery. So maybe this is a dragon like George and the Dragon, something like that maybe. Okay, we've got Rebirth. So I wonder if this is the Death card then. Interesting that they chose to call it Rebirth. And we've got eggs here as well. Cracked eggs. So moving on, release, letting go of the past, grief, despair. It's an interesting choice. Temperance. They've just kept that named the same. I like the way it's two dragons as well, with the cups pouring the water, not just one. Sort of represents companionship a little bit there as well. So this one, our devil card there, Mischief. He definitely looks mischievous, that dragon. Beautiful. Loving the colours, the pinks, a little hint of purple, the vibrant reds. Stunning. We've got our Tower card, Destroyer. Wow. That is a very destructive looking dragon. He looks very mad. The Firmament. Okay. Interesting. So this is the Star card then. So hope, faith, wishes, dreams. Interesting. I mean, I can see the stars there, but it's not as obvious. Lunar Dragon. So this is our moon card. That's very pretty. Quite traditional as well, because obviously we've got the dogs. So either you have dogs or wolves usually on the moon card. You usually have a crab as well. We've got a lunar eclipse going on, and the dragon is holding the moon in its hand. That's very interesting. Like, I have power over the moon. I've plucked it from the sky. Wow. Oh, it's connected to Pisces. I'm a Pisces. We have our Solar Dragon. So this is our Sun card. And again, like, this isn't so much I've plucked it from the sky. This is I'm wearing it on my head as a crown. So like the crown of success. Very nice. So success, achievement, accomplishment. And it's got a little bit of an Egyptian theme going on here as well, because we've got Egyptian items in the dragon's hands. And then we've got this like scarab beetle design at the top. That's interesting as well. The Aeon. So this one would be our Judgment card normally. And we've got the dragon's eye symbol here. That's what that triangle is, guys, if you didn't know that. Wow. This card is very ethereal, representing the cosmos to me. And I get a very wise energy from this card as well. Like, you know, use your words wisely, use discernment, think for yourself. Don't be a sheep, that kind of energy. And then Gaia. So this is our World card. And we have a beautiful, beautiful dragon wrapping itself around the earth like it's protecting it. Loving the colours on that. That's stunning. I have to say, I really like the artwork and imagery of all of these cards. There wasn't a single one that I hated. It was just some of the cards were an interesting choice. And there is a little bit of mythology coming out as well. I mean, for the Chariot, where was it? That one. That was kind of like a Roman chariot there. And then later on with the Sun card, like I said, there was Egyptian influences. And then for the Hanged Dragon, Where is he? There. We've got like very British mythology coming through there with the coat of arms and the shields. So there's definitely some mythology mixed in with this deck. Let's have a little look. Let's see. So the Hangman, transition, card 12. Commentary. The wounded dragon does not symbolize suffering, but rather the necessary catalyst to release us from old patterns in order to raise spiritual awareness. Suffering only arises out of the things we cannot accept. Sometimes we need to experience pain in order to find the motivation to move forward. Ooh. Meaning, have faith in yourself and the courage of your convictions while remaining mindful that what you believe now may not serve you well under different circumstances. Always be willing to let go of what you think you know so that you can come into deeper knowledge with a more spiritual perspective. Nice. Oh, there's reverse meanings as well, guys. So the reverse for the wounded dragon, it says, the ego is our only barrier to self-knowledge. When it rules our thinking, we can find ourselves unable to give the required effort needed to achieve what we really want. Success is the child of discipline. Without it, we can find ourselves hanging in limbo for long periods of time and are in danger of becoming stagnant. Ooh, interesting. I like the meaning of the card, the description and energy. You know, so we've got a commentary, we've got a meaning, we've got a reversed. So it's telling you the number is 12. Traditional name would have been the Hangman. The energy is transition, and the keyword is peace. So finding your inner peace. That's nice. I like that. So the next card then. So yeah, so rebirth, which is the one I wanted to look at because they went with rebirth instead of death. So card number 13, representing the energy of transformation, keyword rebirth. So it says commentary. Transformation is distinctly different from transition. Transition is a movement from one place to another within the same reality, whereas transformation involves a complete change of reality. The rebirth dragon brings the power of radical change and clears the way for this process by laying the past to rest so that a new cycle of life can begin. Meaning, this is a powerful and positive card for it symbolizes complete change. Nothing will ever be the same again. Even an appropriate misfortune will turn into a blessing. Everything is exactly as it needs to be. When it is time to die, we cannot escape it, but death is always followed by rebirth into a new and higher state of being, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. And the reverse to the card, it says, fear can immobilize our thoughts and actions and lead to stagnation. Fear of loss can interrupt the transformation process, but in reality, nothing is ever lost. Energies are reabsorbed and reborn in new and more refined forms. Trust in the process of letting go and allow the wisdom learned from the past to help you on the path to transformation. Ooh, there's some really good messages in this deck. Loving it. So let me know your thoughts, guys. It's a very small, simple deck, priced roughly online at about £22. So it's not cheap. However, it is an older design of deck. It's not something that's brand new on the market. Obviously, this is a new deck. However, what I mean is this is a really old printed deck. And I should be able to tell you when it was printed. So 2009 was the copyright on this. So yeah, so it's printed quite a long time ago. It matches the tarot deck by the same artist and author. Beautiful tarot deck, by the way, guys. A little bit on the pippy side, but not too bad. If you're an experienced reader, you should be able to read it quite easily. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. I personally really like this deck. I think it's going to be really simple for readings. I like that they have connected all of the cards to a major arcana card for tarot. So you could easily use this as just major advice, using only the major arcana, but also because they've changed the words slightly, you can obviously read it like a regular oracle as well. There are reversed meanings with this deck as well, and obviously if you reverse it, you cannot tell on the back because the pattern is simple, which is something I love and adore. Cardstock quality is pretty good, not too shiny, and they're a nice size. So yeah, I would probably easily score this deck roughly around a 7 out of 10. I think it would have been nice if there was a few extra cards. Maybe you could split the deck and you have your major arcana, but then you have a couple of like clarifier cards or something, just to make it a little bit bulkier. Because for the price these days, I think paying £22 for a deck that's only 22 cards, I mean, that's £1 a card. So there are tarot decks which are bulkier, as we know, because there's more cards in a tarot, that are cheaper. So you're getting more for your buck. So yeah, I kind of wish there was a few more cards. However, I'm very happy with this deck. I love it and I can't wait to connect to it energetically. But let me know your thoughts, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves and I'll see you soon. Blessed be.